It's kind of like Sailor Moon. Middle tower. Alright, let's do our makeup really quick. What a freaking morning. I finally did both my nails, but this one, don't look at my middle finger, it looks bad. I over trimmed this so bad because you guys don't know, I lost my finger, the middle one, when I was little, and when they reattached it, it was really fucked up. So now that I have a nail filer, I could file my nail because it's small and squished. So now my nail is flat, which is good because now it looks like the other ones. But I nail filled it. What's the word? I over nail filed it. Hi, Betty Boo. Hi, Jules. Over nail filed it. Oh, that's not the word. What's the word? I overfiled it, so now it's like it has lines that's super red. It still has the real nail in there, but it's very thin. So now you can see like the redness, the blood that might be inside. So I kind of fucked it up maybe. There's no blood though. The nail's over. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. I overfiled it way too much. But my bad nail is basically short and it squishes together. I don't know how you, but now you can see that it's flat. It's still a little up, as you can see, because I did put way too much poly gel on top. But you guys can see it became more flat, and I love it. It looks more normal, but now the color, since the poly gel is see-through, you can see the blood strokes, not blood strokes, but the bruising of my nail. So now it doesn't look cute. But if you could just picture from afar, oh, don't look at my armpits, I haven't shaved. But you can look from afar, it might look cute. Just don't pay attention to the discoloration. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go to, on Thursday, I might go get a gel nail polish because I heard that gel nail polish could get cured underneath the little light. But if you get regular polish, it won't cure. So I'd rather just get a gel polish to cure it, and I'm gonna paint them something else. Oh, but I kind of like them like this, but it's stupid now. It looks ugly. Yeah. All right, so I'm late. It's 9:20. I'm gonna have to do like the fastest thing for makeup, guys. 1, 2. Guys don't know I lost my finger when I was young. When I was little, actually. And I think the doctor that reattached my finger just, I don't know, did not do a good job. So I think that's why it looks like that. Guys, I'm having a little dilemma at work. Overfiled it. Yes, my real nail, because my real nail is very like thickety thick. I'm really trying to do this quick, guys. I woke up late, so I parked in the parking space where they said that the freaking what's it called? The sweeper, la barredora pasa a las 8 de la mañana. So me desperté a las 7 para mover mi carro, and now I'm like sleep deprived because I woke up like 2 times. Because I did went back to sleep, guys. I didn't think I was gonna able to go back to sleep, but to my own surprise, I did went back to sleep. I kind of want to use my mirror, guys, because I can't see that close there. So maybe you guys can, mind me that Issue Life was muted. I know. Thank you so much for watching, though. You should buy gel polish and go over the middle finger. It's a vibe. I know. I get my gel polishes on Amazon. You bulldozer auntie. Thank you. I love rhinos. Definitely your name does not go with what you say. White heart? It should be black heart. Anyways, I'm gonna do my eyebrows really quick, but look at my Hello Kitty. And yeah. I get why girls do these, guys, because it's more easier. You get to look at the eyebrows really close up. Whoa. Yes, sir. And with the... Because when I look at the mirror, guys, it's very, like, blurry, if that makes sense. But it does hurt my hand because I'm not used to holding the thingamajig. I'm trying to see where I went wrong. Relax. I think they look okay. Voila. No! My Hello Kitty! I didn't want you guys to see my big back, big back. I call myself big back. Ay, no, que tengo la cabeza. Me, myself, and I call myself big back. I just like the song, I think. Not the song, but the little rhyme. I think it's kind of funny. Big back, big back. But now we're gonna do concealer. It's gonna be like the fast makeup, guys. The only thing I care about is my eyebrows. As long as my eyebrows look Gucci, we're good. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately, I do have a lot of little gaps, so I'm just gonna fill them in a little bit like this. Just a little bit. Fill it in, fill it in. Yeah. And I don't know if you guys saw me yesterday in the live. I feel so good because I literally had a Dr. Pepper. So now I'm thinking that my blood pressure is probably low, or sugar levels probably low. Because yesterday I was so dizzy, and when I got home, I said, oh my God, I'm gonna have a little bit of Dr. Pepper. And then I felt better. Literally felt better, guys. I was like, what the hell? I felt better. Oh, now I'm crying because I missed my baby's first day of school. Oh yeah, they went back to school. Oh, traffic's gonna be worse then. You should. I get my notes. Apology. Amazon. Yes, that's where I'm gonna go, Betty Bell. And Sigo Juan Nahim says, hey, which one do you pick? What, a tree girl or a Negro? Oh my God, he literally made me say that. You guys know what he put. But technically, the word Negro is not bad when you're trying to talk about something that has to do with African Americans, because a lot of people use the term Negro, right? The word Negro. But the Nigga, that's the word that people really don't like when you say. Because I have a lot of black friends, okay? And it's determined that in a lot of the movies, the word Negro is said a lot in movies. And I think it's more like, what's it called? Even in White Chicks. It's funny because I already, what's it called? I was watching White Chicks yesterday again because I was doing my nails for my right hand. And I was watching White Chicks and I saw that the two girls, remember the White Chicks, the girls, they said like, we already donated to the Negro Fund, remember? And then the Dwayne brothers that play the White Chicks, they were like, what? But it was a comedy movie, obviously. You guys know White Chicks movie? You guys know the White Chicks movie. It is played by two black guys, African American. I don't want to say the wrong word, but the Dwayne brothers, the Dwayne brothers, and they literally say the word Negro instead of the other one. I think the other one is just very, very offensive and people don't want other people to use it. Let me tell you my story of the one time it slipped and I said it. Not because I wanted to disrespect anyone, it's because it happened. So, there was this guy that got hired at my job. This happened like 6 years ago. And I forgot his name, but this guy, he was a woman thirster. Is that a word? A woman thirster. So this guy would literally hit on every girl that was at work, just very like, very touchy feeling, blah, blah, blah. And he only hit on the pretty ones, right? Obviously, not saying he hit on me. He never hit on me. He liked the girls that had a good physique, had a nice butt, nice body. And I remember I was a self checkout attendant, and I for some reason this guy didn't like me, and it's because I always told him like, hey, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and for some reason he just never really liked when I told him what to do. And I wasn't the only problem. Almost everybody, even management, couldn't deal with him because he was like did not like people telling him what to do. Now he was a bagger, I was a cashier. And there was this one time where I think this is where when COVID was about to start, and everything was very like bad. It was busy. People were freaking out because at the time, this was like how you say like a story that we didn't know if it was true. Oh my God, is California being infested with COVID? We didn't know at the time, right? It was like a kind of like a secret situation. And kid you not, I literally told this boy, he was tall, very tall. He's Nigerian. There you go. He was from Nigeria, and I end up okay. At the time when COVID had started, we didn't have masks. Oh yeah, we did have masks. We started to wear masks. It was like I think 2 weeks in with COVID, and we started to wear masks. But again, not it wasn't for sure that we had COVID yet. And I had a mask already, I think. No, I wasn't wearing a mask yet, but they were making us sanitize every basket one by one. Like literally the hand baskets. We will stack them up, the ones that people we use, and then we will clean them with like a sanitizing chemical. And I had told this kid, hey, remember to stack up the dirty ones separately than the clean ones, because I was cleaning them. It was very slow that day, and I was cleaning them. So I told him, hey, don't mix them up. Why is this one all crummy? The fuck? Why is it all crummy now? Weird. And I had told him like, hey, why does my hands feel like that? The fuck? They feel very like weird. Oh, I want to use Selena Gomez foundation. I haven't used it in a while. Let's use it. I think it's a little too orange for me, but let's try to make it good. And this is Selena Gomez foundation. I like to do this. I know a lot of girls do this, but and then I had told the guy, hey, make sure you separate them. And he says, you don't tell me what to do. And I had ignored it because he always talks to me in a really bad term. I don't know why he didn't like me. He just didn't like me. I don't know why. And he already had problems with other girls. I had, how many? I was really surrounded by three. One of my coworkers was black, the other one was black, and the other one was mixed, I think. And they were hanging around at the time right there. And I remember, what's it called? Yeah, I was very upset because he screamed at me. It's not even like, don't put your stuff right there. He said, don't put your, because I told, can you separate this and clean them? She says, who you think I am, your servant? Get the fuck off my back. Like, he started cussing me really bad. I don't know why. He just snapped at me that day. And I was like, what the hell? And I was so mad. I was like, who do you think you are to be talking to me like that? I'm sorry, but I obviously come from a background where I've been like yelled at and been, abused and stuff. I just don't like people yelling at me. And it made me so angry. And I went to the site, and my friends were there, and they were like, what's wrong with you? I was about to cry. I was just so mad. I said, what's wrong with you? Like, who made you mad? And it came out. I said, that N over there. And then at that time I was like, oh my god, I'm sorry. It's just I'm so mad. And my friends that were there, she said, don't worry about it. That's what he is. He's an N. And obviously those people were black, and obviously doesn't mean like they gave me the pass or something, but they understood that I was upset. And obviously I told him, like, I don't try to disrespect them, but I was just so upset that it came out, and I apologized to them, and they say don't even worry about it. Like, they didn't even care. And they hated him too because he was just very mean to women. He just kind of like made them seem like they were only important because of their body. If you didn't have a nice body, he would just ignore you or treat you like shit. I don't know why they even hired that guy. He was just very self-absorbed, very selfish, and very mean. And that's the only time I said it, but it was in front of two black girls, and I regretted it, obviously, but I was just very mad. I was like 22. This was a long time ago. I was like, this was 10 years ago. And I had told my friends, because they were there, obviously, like, oh, I'm sorry. It's like, no, we get it, girl. Like, you were bad. You were mad, But then they started saying it. Don't worry, like, that end's gonna get it. Da, 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 da. But you know how they talk among themselves? They do it a lot. But just because they say it's okay doesn't mean you have to say it, right? At the time, they understood that I was upset, and they say, don't worry about it, but doesn't mean I'm gonna go around be calling everyone an N and N, You're not supposed to do that, That's just something that they decide to do. It's like, if I allow a black person call me a beaner, oh, it's okay. And then he calls it to everyone else, that's just not cool. And now I know why I hate this foundation. Selena, I love you so much. Show us your hooves, Clumpy, the N. Oh, wow. Pretty brave for you to talk about it. What's she talking about? That's nice. I would have been mad. I'm thankful to be ignored, especially by a man. Not in a mean way. I'm just confused. Yeah, so like I said, I'm just talking about my experience. In any shape or form, it's good to be calling someone the N-word. But I'll be honest. It's true. I've done it before by accident. I was just so upset. It just came out. Like, I was so angry because he yelled at me. And he did got fired like the next week after that, because I wasn't the only one. He used to yell at a lot of other associates. I don't know why, it was wrong with him. He was just very angry man. And yeah, but I know karma exists. You want to know why? Because that day, around that time that I had called, obviously I regretted it and I feel so bad. And I even told him, hey, I sat down. Not I sat down, but I told my friends, I was like, I'm sorry, I was so mad, and it doesn't give me an excuse. I've never called anyone that, and my friend at the time, she was like, don't worry about it, he is a and he this and he that, well, you know how they talk about themselves. And I was like, yeah, but still doesn't excuse me to say it. And she's like, yeah, just don't say it, again, we understand your frustration. That guy was just an asshole, but don't say it again too, like, And I was like, no, of course not, I was just so angry. And karma exists. You want to know why? Not that long from that day that I had called that guy that by accident. And I didn't even said the full word, to be honest, because I said that N-I-G. And then I shut up and I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry, guys. Like, no, don't worry about it. I know you're angry. He's a fucking asshole. He's this and that. They were kind of like in my back, like, giving me the support, because they knew I was about to cry and just literally walk out. Because I already been dealing with this treatment with this guy for a long time. I don't know why he just like kept treating me like that. Like, I don't understand. Like, I never did nothing to him. But you know, when he tried to get chummy with me, I didn't allow it, you know, because he was just very like touchy. I don't like men at work touching me, you know, unless I don't know them or they're my friends. Maybe they could poke me a little bit, you know, because they're playing around. But if I don't know them, I don't like them when they touch me. And he tries to touch me all the time. I just didn't like it. And I guess because I told him what to do, he just snapped at me. 3 weeks from that, when COVID was really bad, I was sweeping on self checkout. And I feel this is my own karma, and I'm really talking about it. I feel this is my own karma because I got this white girl that came to self checkout and I was sweeping. And I think I talked up, if you guys saw my video that I did where I said I experienced racism, go watch that video. I was crying. I didn't took it down because it was self-awareness, so I left it up in my in my content. I came, I was sweeping around self checkout, and this white little girl, like 17 years old, I was sweeping because, you know, we were trying to clean. Everybody was wearing masks. This is around the time where people didn't like them, people being near each other. They were like, "Hey, give me my 10 feet apart," you know. And this girl tells me, "Ew, get the fuck away from me, you fucking beaner." That's what she told me because I was sweeping. Do you not know that COVID is here and you have to be 10 feet apart or 5 feet apart? Forgot what it was. And I was like, what the fuck? And I've never been called a beaner. And I'm laughing about it because I love beans. But I've never been called a beaner. And in my mind, I was like, if I ever get called a beaner, it's not going to hurt me because, you know, I like beans. It's true, Mexicans like beans. But it's such a degrading name for some reason. And it was my first time being called a beaner. I don't know why. It literally shut me down. And I was like, I felt like this whole rush in my whole body. And I felt so out of place. I was just like, what the fuck? I was feeling it like really bad, guys. I don't know if you guys ever experienced it, but at the time when I was young, I said if someone ever calls me a beaner or mojada, you know, all that stuff, I don't think I would care. Obviously, I wouldn't allow it because that's degrading, but I feel like I wouldn't care because, you know, like we are, you know, kind of, we are illegal. We are illegal, right? And I like beans. That's how I saw it back then. And then this word where I stayed away from her and I said, and I said whatever. I just ignored her. I walked away with my broom and my little sweeper. And the girl continues to call me shit even though I wasn't trying to mess with her. That's when I started to talk back. She said, "Where is your manager?" Because I was a bagger. Excuse me. I was a cashier at the time. "Who's your manager?" I was like, "My manager's over there at the front." Mind you, my manager is Mexican too. And she goes and presumes to say, she's checking now, she's just saying that, how can I be so stupid? Why am I sweeping next to her knowing that COVID is here? She wants her 10 feet apart or 8 feet apart. And then I was like, well, I need to sweep, you know, we're cleaning, so I'm just doing my job. And then that's when I snapped and I said, you're clearly having a bad day and that's why you're taking your frustration on me. But I'm doing my job and that's what I'm doing. And she's like, who do you think you are, you fucking wetback? And then when she called me a wetback, that's when I really felt it, guys. I really felt it. And I was like, what the hell? And I didn't cry at the time, but as soon as she left, I started crying. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with that bitch? But that back then I didn't used to cuss at people, so I was just very like shy and very like introverted. And I was like, what the fuck? And I remember one of my managers, are you okay, Yuli? And I was like, no. Like, and I started crying, like, what's wrong? You need to take some time. Like, yes. Like, I'm sorry. I've just never felt this way. I just feel very frustrated and just very sad. Just go take a break. And I was just going around my mind, what did I do to deserve this? Obviously, because the only thing I was doing was just cleaning. And little brat, little fucking bitch, 17 years old, has that mentality of calling Hispanics wetbacks, beaners, illegal immigrants. She literally called me everything, guys. And also called me fat bitch, Mexican, Well, she said, I don't know. She called me everything, guys. Now it doesn't hurt me, but I think to someone that hasn't experienced that, it's gonna get hurt. And then she said, like, and then she called me everything. I don't know why was she so angry. I think what made her more angry was when she left. She said, and then she said, where's your fucking manager? And I was like, over there. And then I say, like, I'm gonna fucking tell her, you're gonna get fired. You're gonna get fired for fucking sweeping next to me. And da-da-da, da-da-da. And then I was like, sure I am, sure I am. And then I told her, like, you have a great day. God bless you because you need it. That's what I told her. And she got so mad, guys. And she went and, like, and told the freaking, my boss at the time. And she said, oh, that girl, she's fucking, like, doesn't know what 10 feet apart is. Does she do not know that COVID is here? Why is she sweeping next to my feet? Blah, 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 blah. Mind you, I wasn't sweeping next to her feet. I was, like, maybe 5 feet apart, sweeping in the middle of self-checkout. And, yeah, and then she just got so mad at that, guys. But I feel that was my karma for calling that the end to the other guy, because I was so mad too. But I didn't do it out of malice. Definitely not. I didn't do it because I want to be mean to him or anything like that. I was so upset because the way he treated me. But this girl voluntarily just decided to call me all these names, because I did absolutely nothing to her but clean. I was just cleaning, guys. But yeah, so that's just like you live and learn. Do not say things you're not supposed to say, because I definitely got the backhand out of this. I myself say karma is real, and I think I deserve that karma. Obviously, maybe not, but I think I deserve that karma because of what I said. And again, even though I did not do it out of malice, I still should not be using words you're not supposed to be using. But again, I think because I had so many black friends in middle school and high school, I think I surrounded myself with them so much that they called it, and then they'll be calling me, like they'll be man, like, shut up, and like they'll be calling me the N word. It's just kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. If you have black friends, you will understand where I'm coming from. But if you don't have black friends, I don't think you understand. Of course, being surrounded by black people doesn't mean it gives you the right to be calling the N word to anyone else, But yeah, that was my story of how things went down and how I think that was my karma, to be honest. I think definitely was my karma. But yeah, guys, honestly, being called a wetbag, como si se siente feo. It honestly did felt really bad. And experiencing racism, I don't know, like, I don't like to talk about it that much because I don't experience it that much. If anything, people always confuse me for a Philippine, which I don't take it offensive because I love anything that's in the Asia continent or country. My dream is to go to Japan, But so when they say, oh my God, you're from Philippines, and I'm like, no. Okay, it's like, you look like Philippines. I'm like, oh, thank you, I guess. But no, I don't. I am not from Philippines. But yeah, guys, that's my experience. And I like to be honest. I'm not going to hide stuff from you guys. Now, this happened like around 10 years ago, guys. Long time ago. Whoopsie. Not in a mean way, I'm just confused. True. Some exes are very loving to me being black, but some are not. No hate at you from me. Yeah, he was just angry. Latinos, excuse me, nah, girl. We don't at all say those things about ourselves. People just think we do. No accident. Show your armpits, please. They're hairy. But words don't hurt. The wonders of makeup. It's understandable why you blew up by the way you did. Girl, I had 2 men touch me while working. Some are sick. Yeah, like every time I'll be standing there and he'll try, like, this guy, the one that, that I blew up on, he wouldn't pat you in the back. At the time when I was slimmer and more snacky looking, right now I'm fat as fuck. But back then, I had, I was thin, I had curves, and he'll try any way to grab my waist. I'm sorry, but the only person that will be touching my waist will be my boyfriend, my husband, and that's it. Boyfriend, even lover, boyfriend, lover, or husband, but not a fucking worker from work. The fuck? I'm sorry. I just don't like when people touch me like that. I really don't. I do step back and I just don't like it, and it makes me feel a little uncomfortable. I'm gonna I'm gonna say something. I just no. Back then when I was a little schnack, back then when I weighed 145 pounds, now I weigh 218 pounds. I'm like fat as fuck. Um, Back then when I weighed 145 pounds, guys, and I was like slimmy noodle. But I had curves, you know. And then when I gained weight to 180, that's when I look really good. When I gained weight to 180, I still had like a small stomach, but I had more legs, more, you know, boobs. Like I started to feel it really good. So I feel if I lose weight and I go to 170 or 160, I would look really good still. But 145 definitely wasn't for me. But I did get a lot of attention from white men. White men used to hit on me when I was very, very skinny, and a lot of young people. And then when I got really curvy, it was my Hispanic men, and then I got hit on by a few black people, not a lot. I would say actually a lot of black people, and Hispanic men, and a lot of young people. I don't know why. I haven't got hit by a young person in a long time, but when I was 27 or 28, I used to get hit on by a lot of young people, a lot of them. I remember one day when I was in self checkout, and I don't know, it was around people. And I think because I have a mask now, people don't really see how I look like. Not saying that I'm very pretty, but back then when I didn't have a mask, I would get hit on, even if I was fat. And I remember one day when I was in self checkout, there was these two young boys, guys, two young boys, very, very young. I swear, kid you not. I even asked their age because when I checked them out, they kept looking at me. And I was like, what the fuck? Whatever. And I remember this time I had my hair down all blonde, my lashes, you know what I'm saying? And these two young kids, when I left, they asked me, hey, can we ask you something? I was like, yeah. And it's like, do you have a boyfriend? And I was like, oh shit. It's like, no, I don't. I was single. I was like, no, I don't. Like, can we have your number? Like, no, you know, like, I'm sorry, but you guys look so young. How old are you guys? Oh, I'm 20. He's 19. I was like, what? I'm 28. I said, I'm too old for you guys. It's like, what? We don't care. It's like, we like older women. I was like, what the fuck? So that was like, this was back then. My face was slimmer. I just look cute, you know. I look cute. And then imagine me like having big lashes, or like, you know. But now I just don't hit on by no one. Only the mosquitoes stand on my shoulder. Also because I'm very big now. You know, I wear a mask. No one sees how I look like. I don't get hit on by nobody at all. No one hits on me right now. Super rare, because when guys become curious, how do you look under your mask? Take your mask off. Like, they're curious to know how I look like. They have a little bit of attraction towards me, but not a lot, I would say. What time is it? 9:51. And yeah, but this guy that I blew up on, he used to just try to have an excuse to try to grab my waist, or when he want to move me, or I'm in his way, he would try to grab my waist to move me. He could just excuse me, right? He could say, excuse me, can you move? Right? He could use those terms, but he wasn't trying to use words. He was just trying to be physical. And honestly, I didn't like that. And then when I said like, I'll try to move, or I try to ignore him, I'll purposely just be like, hey, do this, do that, like be really stern with him and be bossy. And he hated that shit, you know, compared to Daisy. You know, Daisy would be like, love, do this, love, do that. And at the time, I wasn't like that. I wouldn't call people love. I wouldn't call people hun, nothing. I was just very, very serious. And Daisy, oh, he loved Daisy. But then again, remember, Daisy looks like, you know, like freaking J-Lo. She just looks very beautiful. And who else? I think the self-checkout girl, the other self-checkout girl. And they will let themselves. So if they let themselves be touched, then that's them, you know. But I just didn't like when people touched me. So that's the reason, guys. Raisin goes back and forth. It's just hate. Honestly, yeah. No way, yo, damn. Just say gringos, bro. LOC, like, I love beans. Say, what is gobacho? Can you repeat what you said yesterday? You were kicking trash in a bottle. That was funny. Oh, I was saying that I can't believe people leave a full bottle next to like at the sidewalk. So I was kicking the bottle away from my car because I didn't want it to, like, sometimes people are mad, you know, and sometimes they'll be like, fuck you, and they kick a bottle on the floor and might hit my car. So I was moving it away from my car. That's what I was doing. I didn't know I was muted. So I was literally saying, oh my god, guys, I'm gonna move this freaking bottle because I don't know why people leave their half. It still had a lot of beer in it. I don't know how they just threw away a half filled beer, and it was Modelo Especial. Modelo Especial actually tastes pretty good. I don't mind taste, but I'm not a beer girl that much, you know. And should have called her the N-word. You have so much restraint. I'm so sorry that happened. Thank you, love. What's up, dear? What's up, uncle? Yo, racism doesn't fix racism. Yes, definitely not. You're right. I'm black and I'm for her, but I deserve to be called the N-word. Y'all, Of course, no, you definitely don't deserve it. Like I said, just because it was like the example that I was saying, just because my friend, right? Let's say I have a black friend and my black friend called me a beaner, right? And I say, oh, it's cool, because I'm Hispanic and I told him it's cool. Doesn't mean he's gonna go call every Mexican guy or girl a beaner. It just doesn't work like that. Let the airplane pass. Just because your friend is black and they give you the pass doesn't allow you to do those things or call anyone those things to anyone. Okay, stick to your own category and stick to your own lane. Okay, don't go out of character and start acting like something you're not. Okay, I think a lot of people see calling the N word as a fun thing. It's not a fun thing. Okay, anyone that's black will take offense to it. And like again, my circumstances were different and it was not a pass. It was frustration, but my friends did, said it was okay. But doesn't mean I'm gonna run with it. Oh my god, my friend said it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna go call the N word to everyone. No, it doesn't work like that, guys. Stay in your lane, okay? And that's what it is. And like I'm telling you guys right now, I feel that was my karma, and I experienced it myself. I've never experienced it in my life. I believe in karma, guys, and even though I did not do it out of malice, I didn't call this guy this because I was, oh, I'm gonna be mean to him and he deserves it. No, I was so mad and he just treated me so bad, and he always tried to be physical. It blew up. It all came together and I blew the fuck up. That's what it was. I just start laughing when people try and be racist. They get so mad. Yeah, she was white. I apologize. Racist spread their hatred, and that's all it is. Don't copy them, please. Hi, beautiful. Hi. It was a white girl. Never get racist with anyone. It makes people reciprocate that energy and those thoughts. Haven't you seen her there again? Having no, she never came back because I was so mad. I After she talked to the manager, I was so angry, and this is gonna be cringy. I don't know if you guys wanna log out, but after she left, I was very mad, and this is what I did. I don't know how you guys will handle racism, but this is what I did. I'm so cringy. After she talked to the manager, and she started telling now. This is the thing with customers when they try to complain. In no way, shape, or form did this bitch told my manager, oh yeah, I call her a wetback, I call her a beaner, I call her a freaking go eat your fucking burrito. She called me everything, guys. Everything. And I'm holding back right now. I'm telling you absolutely everything. I'm just like, I can't believe a little girl like her have so much hate towards Mexican. Like, bitch, we're in the store keeping things clean for you, and this is how you treat us? That's what I'm saying. But she called me by everything. She called me illegal immigrant, fat ass Mexican, freaking go eat your burritos, fucking beaner, fucking wetback, and just about everything. You don't know how to fucking do your job, and blah blah blah. Useless. Everything, guys. I don't know what was wrong with this girl. Why was she so mad? Sepa la mierda, to be honest. But she ended up going to my manager and she said, you guys need to fire this girl because she know COVID is here and she's not keeping her 10 feet apart. It's in the sign outside that it says everybody's to be 5 to 10 feet apart from each other. She is not following that law. First of all, it wasn't a law. Okay, we put the sign up outside because obviously it was not, it was mandatory at the time, but it's not a law. It was mandatory, right? But it was not a law. They never made it a law that everybody will be 5 to 8 feet apart. I don't know where the fuck she got that from. But again, the customers make themselves be like victims. They made themselves be like victims, guys. And I was like, what the fuck? I didn't like. And she said she was being very rude and she was sweeping my feet. The fuck? I didn't even touch her fucking feet. Like, it's just a bunch of lies. And I'm just hearing her. I'm so angry. Obviously, I'm scared because I don't want to get in trouble. I'm thinking, like, oh my God, my boss is going to believe this bitch and then I'm going to get fired. You know, back then I was just so scared, like, of anything because I never got in trouble before. And then I don't know what came over me, guys. The moment she left, and then my manager, obviously he Mexican, right? This bitch nowhere like called my boss Mexican, like, well, he was Salvadorian actually. Didn't even call them nothing. Didn't even mention, oh yeah, I called her a wetback and this. They don't say none of that stuff, guys. They make themselves look like the victim. And obviously my boss at the time apologizes. Oh, I'm so sorry you went through that. I will talk to her. And then she's like, she needs to get fired. Da 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 da. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, you know, we'll definitely have a conversation with her, and I will let my superior boss, like my store leader, know about this. It won't happen again. Blah blah blah. And I don't know what came over me, guys. Again, log out if you're cringe of things, but I went over, guys. I don't know what came over me. I was just so upset. And afterwards, I cried. But I was just so upset at the time. I don't know what came over me. I went over while they were talking. And I was like, telling the whole story. I said, tell. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry if you're cringed by this. But I was like, tell him the whole story. What did you call me? I said, what did you call me? She's a fucking racist. And it came, she's a fucking racist. She called me a wetback. She called me fucking like, you know, illegal immigrant. She called me a beaner and she shuts up and then no, I didn't. And then she walks away from me, right? And I went after her. Everyone, she's a fucking racist. She's a fucking racist. And she's like, leave me alone. Give me my 8 feet apart, Tim. I'm gonna call corporate on you. Blah, 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 blah. And I don't know what came over. I didn't care. And I went after her like outside, or not all the way outside, but kind of outside. And then there was a bunch of people that were like outside. Everybody, she's a fucking racist. She's a racist. That young girl, I didn't even call her white. I said the young girl that's living right there. She's a racist, racist. Who knows what happened to her, but she's a fucking racist. Everybody turned around and started looking at her, guys. And this bitch just like, what the fuck? And she just started walking. She speed walked so fast. And she left. And no, I have never seen her again. I think she messed with the wrong Mexican. But I don't know what came on. And afterwards, once I started thinking of everything, all the words that she said, I broke down, guys, and I started crying so much. And then my boss had to take me off from the register. Also because I felt that my boss didn't back me up. I had told my boss, like, she literally called me this and that. And my boss said, like, oh, like, I get it, but you're not supposed to, like, you know, you're not supposed to sweep her feet. I was like, I wasn't sweeping your feet. Like, you're actually believing her. Then I had another boss. I love this boss. I'm sad that he left. But then I had another boss. And this boss did say, like, what happened? Like, Yuli, are you okay? And I was like, no, I'm not okay. And I was like crying so bad. Like, what happened? Like, I just literally got called this and that. What? And he was like, hell no. It's like, go take a break. Like, that's no, like, that's not okay. Go take a break. Like, and yeah, he took me off self checkout and he told me, like, just go take a break, go take a breather. And I was like, I need it, thank you. And then I went and I walked away and I started crying like as I walked away. And then when I got home, I cried again. Like, it was really bad, guys. I don't know why it hurt me so much. I think because I know my people, obviously, and I think a lot of people have a perception of how Mexicans are. Like, oh, you know, we just like burritos and we like beans and stuff like that. But the thing is, it's more than that. You know, I love a lot of American food too. You know, I love pasta, you know, other stuff. But it's not even that. I think being a wetback, being called a wetback just really triggered me in a lot of ways. And it just remembered me, like, my dad crossed the border. Like, we went through a lot of stuff. But I'm going to go into topic at another time. I'm running late for work, guys. Let me read the comments really quick. Joanne says, get a gym membership. You get a fucking personality. Lori Colon says, hi, Yuli. And what's up, Bex? I don't know you. Geez, I thought you changed, but you're still the same. That's the reason why I left you, bruh. Bye again, ex. Yeah, I will never date someone with Bart Simpson. My first boyfriend is dead. My second boyfriend is deployed, so there's no way in hell you're my ex. And now Joanne is so racist, calling me a beaner. What if you leave out the mouth part, no makeup? Hi, say TG. Where did this happen? You're cute. That's not cringe. I'm glad you did that. Are you Middle Eastern? You have a right to cry, Yuli. That was messed up because it's offensive. Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely block Joanne because I'm not gonna accept this. Well, being a color beaner doesn't hurt me now. This was like 10 years ago, but we're gonna block him because we're gonna allow motherfucker to call us that. But anyways, my loves, thank you so much for stopping by. Obviously, again, stay humble, stay genuine, and just stay in your lane. Don't perceive to call people things they're not supposed to be called. Races still exist, obviously. And I think it's just people that have a lot of hate in their hearts, and we just have to let them be. Unfortunately, people are like that. That's it. Have a beautiful day, my loves. I think that's it for makeup. Just something very simple and mascara. I don't want to do anything crazy. As long as my eyebrows are on fleek, that's okay too. Okay. Bye.